નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી. Hello students, today we will continue our exercise 13.2. This is the topic of standard 8, chapter number 13, direct and inverse proportions. So, the question number 3 that we have to study today. Question number 3 is, Rahman is making a wheel using spokes. He wants to fit equal spokes in such a way that the angle between any pair of the consecutive spokes are equal. Help him by completing the following table. So three pictures are given there, three circles are there. In first circle there are four spokes are there. So the total circle is divided into the four equal parts. So here two rows we have given. First is number of spokes, and second one is angle between a pair of consecutive spokes. So here is this column is of angle between two consecutive spokes. So if he make only four spokes, the angle he get here is 90 degree. Second thing is, if we make 6 spokes, then the angle between two consecutive spokes is 60 degree. Now third value is 8 here, but here no values are given. For number of spoke 10, angle we don't know. For number of spoke 12, and here also we don't know the value. Okay, now some of the questions we have asked. The first question is asked here is that, are the number of spokes and the angle formed between the pair of consecutive spokes in inverse proportion? First thing is that two quantities are there, number of spokes and angle between the spokes. Are both the quantities in inverse proportion? We know that for inverse proportion we have to check that the multiplication of these two quantity must be equal to the multiplication of these two quantity. Let us say number of spokes x, angle as a y. So this first value we can consider as a x1 and this value as a x2. So let us take here that x1, y1. What is the value of x1, y1? We get 4 into 9090. So here we get the angle 360 degree. Let us check for this second value. Let us consider this is x2, this is y2. So x2, y2. That is we get 6 into 60 degree. Here also we get 6 6 are 36, 360. Now you can see that both these values, therefore we can write down that x1 into y1 is equals to x2 into y2, and therefore we can say that it is an inverse proportion. And for this inverse proportion, our constant, what is the constant? Constant is 360 degree. Got it? Because for each and every case, now we will get the constant is equals to 360 degree. Why it is? Because the total circle, at one point, the angle of all the angles at the point, sum of all the angles is equals to 360 degree. And that is why here we get the constant is equals to 360 degree. Now as we are increasing the number of the spoke, as we increase this number of the spoke, the angle we are getting here decreased, and that is what inverse proportion, right? Okay, so the first question we have answered here. Now second question asked this here is, calculate the angle between a pair of consecutive spokes on a wheel with 15 spokes. Here we have to find out if the number of spokes is equals to 15, then what will be the angle? So 15, that means number of spoke. So here we have to take value of x, 1 2 3 4 5, and let us set as x6. X6 here we have to consider, or we can direct simply say as x. X is equals to 15, and we have to find out the value of y. What is y? Y is the angle. Whenever the number of spokes is 15, what will be the angle? So here we can apply this formula, x into y is equals to K, and K is 360 degree, 360. Therefore, X is 15. 15 into Y is equals to 360 degree. So what is the value of Y we get? Y is equals to 360 upon 15. Now we can cut this. 15 2s are 30. 6 is the remainder 60. 15 4s are 60. So whenever the angle, this is we get the degree. So the angle here we get is equals to 24 degree. So whenever the number of spoke is 15, the angle between two consecutive spokes is equals to 24 degree. Now third question. Third question is that how many spokes would be needed if the angle between a pair of consecutive spokes is 40 degree. Here we have given the value of angle. We can take that as a y. Y we have given 40 degree. So we have to find out the value of x. Again the formula remains the same. X into y is equals to 360 degree. Here we have x we have to find out. The value of y is equals to 40 degree and total is 360 degree. Therefore, here we get this x is equals to 360 upon 40. 0 0 we can cut, and 9 4s are 36. Therefore, the value of x here we get is equals to 9. That means if we required the angle between the two consecutive spokes is equals to 40 degree, then we have to take the number of spokes is equals to 9. Okay, so this another values you can find by yourself now, that if the number of spokes is equals to 8, what will be the angle? 10, what will be the angle? Number of spokes 12, what will be the angle? Right? So this is how we can solve this question using inverse proportion. Now let us study the question number 4. Question number 4. If the box of sweet is divided among 24 children, they will get 5 sweets each. And how many would each get if the number of the children is reduced by 4? So here two quantities we have given. First is number of children. Number of children. And second one is number of sweet. Number of sweets. In the first case we have said that if the number of children is 24, then each one will get 5 sweets. Number of sweets getting by each children is 5. Now we said that how many would each get if the number of children is reduced by 4. Reduced by 4, that means first of all we have 24 children. Reduce means to subtract. If we subtract 4 children, then the number of children will become 20. Then the question is that how many sweets each students now get if the number of students is reduced by 4. So instead of taking 24, here we have to take 20. Now do not make a mistake, do not take here 4, because total number of students is not 4. 4 is reduced from whatever the number of students first we have. So reduce 4 from this number, we get 20. So here it is the case of inverse proportion, because as the number of children get decreased, the number of sweet they get is increased. So here we can use this formula directly, that x1 into y1 is equals to x2 into y2. Right? Here this is value x1, this is x2, this is y1, this is y2. We want to find out the value of y2. So here we can write down 24 into 5 is equals to 20 into y2. Now take this 20 to the left hand side, it will divide this number. Therefore we get y2 is equals to 24 into 5 upon 20. Right? We can cut it. 5 4s are 20 and 4 6s are 24. Therefore we get the y2 is equals to 6 sweets. So as the 4 number of the children is reduced, then they will get the 6 sweets instead of 5. If the children is 24, they will get the 5 sweets. If the number of children is 20, they will get the 6 sweets. Okay, now question number 5. Question number 5 is, a farmer has enough food to feed 20 animals in his cattle for 6 days. How long would be food last if there were 10 more animals in his cattle? So here two quantities are there again, number of animals and second thing is days, number of days. Number of days. So if the number of animal is 20, the food that the farmer has that lasts for 6 days. 20 animals can feed up to the 6 days. Now the question is, how long would the food lasts? That means how many days the food lasts if there were 10 more animals in his cattle. 10 more means whatever the animal is there, first of all 20 animals are there, now we have to add. More means to add. How many number we have to add? 10. So 20 plus 10 we get the 30. Then this value we have to find out. First of all, there are 20 animals, they can feed for 6 days. If now the number of animals is 30, now how many days the animals can feed, right? So we know that as the number of animal is increasing, the number of food, number of days they can feed, it get reduced because the quantity of the food is fixed, right? So this we can solve again using this inverse proportion. So x1 into y1 is equals to x2 into y2. What is x1? This is x1, this is x2, y1 and y2. So here we have to write down 20 into 6 is equals to 30 into y2. Therefore, we get y2 is equals to 20 into 6 upon 30. Right? Take this 30 to the left hand side. Here it is in multiplication. Here it will be in the denominator. So 0 and 0 we can cut and 3 2s are 6 we can cut. Therefore, the value of y2 we get here is 2 2s are 4. And what is 4? Days. That means if the now total number of animal is 30 and the food, whatever the food the farmer have, it can last for 4 days only because number of animals are increasing. So number of days get decreased from 6 to 4. So whenever this kind of the sum are there, reduce, that means do not take the 4 in this question. Reduce means whatever the number is there, from that we have to reduce that number. And increase means do not to add whatever the number of animal is there, we have to add 10, whatever the number we have given, that 10 more animals are there. Here it is given that 10 more animals, so we have to add 10 to the whatever the first of all whatever the animals are there. So 20 plus 10 we get the 30. Okay, so in this way we can solve this type of the questions, right? So this is all about this lecture. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.